First swordfish ever caught in a kayak
is this a swordfish?
in the world without a help boat. Let's go!
Yo, this might be a swordfish. I caught a swordfish. I'm in 300 feet of water. Woo! Alright guys, I need to break this video down. I need to cut all the highlights. This was a 30-minute video of the whole tournament and the swordfish I caught. So I'm breaking it down to a 10-minute video. A lot of these are going to be sped up videos and just getting to the point. And I'm going to break down real quick the gear I used, everybody that was involved, and pretty much this was the funnest day I'm never gonna be able to top a swordfish on a kayak. There ain't no way, even if I wanted to. I mean, maybe a marlin, you know, a big one, but without a help boat, everything just went way too perfect. 300 gram blue and pink, even though it looks more like a purple. Maybe it's purple. Blue and purple flatback jig from Johny Jigs. The reel I used was a 35H saltist, 30-pound braid, 50-pound leader. You can tell how white it is from the fight. Also got from Johny Jigs, and the Johny Jigs Slow Jigger Elite rod.
So here's the tournament, and I gotta give a huge shout out to Joe Hector and his wife for putting on always an amazing tournament. And I highly recommend, if you're a new angler and want to get into kayak fishing, just do the tournaments. It's a great way to get started. You can buy the bait, and you're fishing with a bunch of good experienced anglers. So I highly recommend doing these tournaments. They're a lot of fun, and they're always good prizes. Extreme kayak fishing tournament.
Motherfucking rainbow.
Due to the rough weather, I decided to go out, try to catch a tuna, and that's when I hooked into a nice 13-pound tuna, my biggest one to date. And this is what made me say, okay, this is a good spot to drop a jig. So this is where I dropped my 300-gram flatback Johny jig, and I hooked up, and I thought it was something, it was a weird, I felt like a little thump, and I go, okay, this is kind of weird. And then it just started running, like a wahoo run. And then I saw it jump out of the water. I go, oh, it's just a sailfish. You know, which I was like, pretty excited for it, because I've never caught a sailfish on a jig. And seeing the jumps was really cool. You know, watch, ready?
Sailfish on the jig, baby. Hell yeah.
It's so cool being able to watch a swordfish jump out of water. Watch this, ready? If you haven't caught a swordfish yet on a kayak, I highly recommend it.
Such a beautiful day, man. Catch a sailfish on a jig. That's freaking awesome. I know it's not the fish we're going for in a tournament, but this is a one-in-a-lifetime.
So obviously here I still thought it was a sailfish. Tell you the truth, I didn't know what I had until the very end of it, until I touched his bill, which you guys will see. And, you know, it was about 30 minutes into this fight, and he's just ripping drag, and at this point, it feels like I'm fighting a shark. Almost feels like I got sharked without the experience of the feeling that he got sharked. So I'm like, after 20 minutes, usually on a sailfish, really like 10-15 minutes, they get weak and you got to revive them and you can handle them. But this guy just kept ripping drag, and so strong, so much power. And this is when that's actually when I was like, you know, this might not be sailfish, and I should fight this to the end. So I'm about 40 minutes in now, and I'm like, yeah, I'm fighting this to the end. I need to see what I have on. You know, actually, like I said, I felt like a shark, so I was like, maybe it's somehow got sharked. I have no idea what's really going through my head. I mean, I'm exhausted.
Wow.
40 minutes fighting this thing, and you just see rip and drag, just non-stop. And every time I brought him up a little closer, he just started going back down.
He is strong.
Altogether, it was probably like a 45-minute fight. And now I finally got him up close to me, and I see that he's tail wrapped. So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe that's why he was fighting. But even his tail, I noticed something was weird. I mean, I grabbed his tail. I'm like, yo, this thing's huge. This is not a sailfish. Gosh. And a little reminder that the sun is in my eyes. All I could see was on the surface of the water. And I've never seen a swordfish before.
I don't even think this is a sailfish, guys. What the hell is this? I've never seen a sailfish.
I meant to say I've never seen a sailfish that looked like this.
Guys, what is it? That is a sailfish, huh?
And it was right here when I touched his bill where I knew automatically this was a swordfish. The flatness of the bill was a dead giveaway. I've never seen a swordfish up close. Didn't know that the bill was flat. And it was so crazy, the feeling of it. It was such a beautiful fish. And I'm calling on the radio, saying I have a swordfish. The help boat didn't want to come. I don't blame him at all, because I sounded like an out-of-town yuppie that caught a sailfish that thought, you know, it was a swordfish. I would have probably thought the same thing, but I didn't get any response on the radio, so I was kind of getting upset. I cut that part out. But I don't blame him at all, because might be the first. I mean, I've done a bunch of research. I think this is the first swordfish ever caught on a kayak without a help boat. Supposedly there was one in the Mediterranean, but I can't find any information about it online, so I don't know. And plus, this is the first swordfish in Florida caught on a jig without an electric reel, so that's two big things at once. I was really lucky because there was a guy close enough where I could yell and say, hey, come over here to verify that I've caught this and to show proof. And dude was really nice. His name was Raul. And not only that, he was close enough where I could take an actual good picture of the fish. When you guys see me lift this fish up, you can see his bill is broken. And I'm kind of curious if that's from the jig. Him hitting the jig, and that was the weird bite I got in the beginning. I like somebody with more swordfish experience to tell, and this is actually pretty good to show how big he is right there, because somebody that knows more about swordfish could probably look at that bill and say how big he is. I got estimates around 50 inches, which doesn't include the bill. So with the bill, maybe like 7 foot, you know. Yeah, luckily this guy was close enough to take a nice picture. This picture has no filter. That's the actual color of the fish. Such a beautiful fish. Normally you would need a special permit to harvest this fish, because most of the time you're catching these in federal water. But since I caught this in state water, I would have been able to keep them. The size limit's 47 inches from the jaw to the fork, and he was over that. I would say everybody I asked said, yeah, he was 100% legal. But I wanted to revive him and let him go. This was such a rare and special catch to me. I would have felt horrible killing him. The only reason why I thought about keeping him is one, he was tail wrapped, and I didn't think he was going to make it. But you could see he kicks off. And I'm, very happy with the decision of letting him go. And hopefully he's fight another day or live the rest of his life in the ocean. Awesome, beautiful fish. And I'm happy with the decision of letting him go. Please like and subscribe to support this channel. I mean, I really hope you guys like this breakdown. I had fun finally doing a voiceover and really looking back at this footage and breaking it down the best I can. And if you guys want to see like the original footage, I have the 30-minute video here at the end on the right hand side. It's with the tournament. There's 13-pound tuna, everything that goes on within the original video without the voiceovers. And I hope you guys enjoyed and liked the video. Thanks for watching.
You can check out that video, which she's definitely gonna send me. You can check out that video. We'll post it